This morning I woke up, and in my YouTube sub box was somebody talking about Doomfist breaking out of the New Bonnie jail. Didn't think much of it. They were a little late to the party. It happens. Another video in my sub box. Somebody saying possible Doomfist announcement next week, or possible Doomfist release later this month, later on. I'm like, if I'm completely honest, as much as I would love Doomfist, I don't believe it's gonna happen. So I got dressed and I got ready to go to summer school because I failed my math class. Sitting in my math class, finished all my work, sitting down, and my teacher doesn't want us to use our phones, but I got like this feeling to go on Twitter. I didn't get no notification or anything like that. I was not aware of anything that happened. And what I like doing is looking at Twitter trends, like what's like going on right now, etc. So I went on Twitter and I looked at the trend that's happening right now. All the tags and stuff. There's something about like a panda solar panel, something about Trump not knowing how to shake hands with people, and then I see Doomfist. When I saw this, I literally almost screamed in class. I was like, alrighty then. It was like 30 minutes left of class. I was like, alrighty then. I clicked on the tag, and everyone's talking about it. I didn't know what was going on. I just thought it was something to do with the new Bonnie thing. I didn't know what was going on, but I was like, I never see Overwatch things trend. Like, not even Orisa or Sombra or Ana was trending. So I was like, alright, what's this about? And then I reading through the tweets, and somebody says that moment when Terry Crews isn't Doomfist. I was like, oh, so I guess Terry Crews says he's not going to do it if they do it or something like that. I keep scrolling through, and then this person shows a picture of a hole in a wall and this man standing above it through the wall, like through, you know what I mean. And I was like, alright, some cool fan art, I guess. Then I see somebody saying Doomfist's new abilities look sick. I nearly flipped my table. I was so excited right then and there. I didn't know what to say. I looked it up on YouTube. I didn't watch it in the class, obviously. I watched it when I got home. And I saw that Overwatch posted a new animated short and a new dev update. I got home, I ate some pizza, and I watched it. Now let me say, next to the recall short animation thing, right? This one was pretty cool. Up until the point where it occurred to me that Doomfist wants to kill Winston. When that popped in my brain, I slowly got more sad. Because for those of you who do not know, I am a Winston main with gold Winston gun. If you would like to see, I shall show here in a second. Now, Doomfist has been the most hyped character in Overwatch ever. Ever. And if you watch the dev update, he's gonna be like right here, I think it was. He was like this guy out of third row, and he's gonna be on there somewhere. If you watch the dev update, right, you will notice that Overwatch, like everyone that works at Overwatch, Blizzard, everybody really cares about their game. They're not sellouts. They're not saying you have to pay for their characters. They're not telling you to buy their loot boxes, right? Like new characters are free. They are building this whole world, one piece at a time. Everyone in this hero gallery has lore that connects with something else. Lore we've seen bits of, and not all of it yet. Like Junkrat's and Roadhog's treasure that they stole, or who the family was that Reaper was looking at. There's some things we don't know about yet, and everything slowly gets pieced together. This isn't just a first-person shooter game that doesn't care about anything, and all it cares about is microtransactions and DLCs and overhyping. This is Overwatch. There's no story mode, but there is such a big story. You can play versus AI. In some events, there is AI event modes, which are story. Each event that has to do with Overwatch, rather than like a Halloween event, adds in more lore. Ana, she was the first DLC character to be released. When she was released, it was found out that she's the mother of Pharah. And it shows the whole story to what happened to her eye, and that she was not really good friends with the Widowmaker, etc. Sombra, if you play Overwatch and you care about story, you know her story. And you know that she's one of the biggest parts of the Overwatch story. Sombra has to be one of the absolute biggest parts. Everything she's trying to find out who runs everything, she's finding out stuff. She may even know it. It's only a matter of time before we do. Then Orisa comes out. Some people pronounce her Orisa or Orisa. I say Orisa because that's how they say it in the short film. So sorry. Orisa was made by somebody who I forgot the name of now, but in Numbani, because after Doomfist attacked all the OR-15 bots, she wanted to make, little girl wanted to make something to protect Numbani. I think it's Effie is her first name. If I can look at the sprays real quick. There she is. She's right there. That's the little girl. I don't know her name. Is there a spray with her name on it? But where is her name? I don't think they have her name, because I think it's Effie. I totally forgot about her name. Yeah, I forgot. But she was made by this little girl to protect Numbani after Doomfist stole the Doomfist gauntlet. That's why on the Numbani map there is no longer the gauntlet inside. Every time, the little things they add in. For some of you who haven't been playing Overwatch forever, then you might not know the little differences they change. Like, Numbani is a huge part. On the attacker side, Numbani didn't used to have a crater in the wall and an OR-15 bot pushed up against it and dismembered OR-15 bots everywhere. That didn't used to be a thing. Doomfist's gauntlet used to be in the payload, but a little while back they updated it to add in more lore, where it's shattered and there is no Doomfist gauntlet now, and he attacked the train station, which is the attacker's spot. And then there was a new Bonnie news report where he broke out. And now he's in the PTR, adding a whole new story. In the new Bonnie report, it was said that Winston defeated Doomfist. And in the animated short, it shows that Tracer, Genji, and Winston were all there. If you don't know what happens, watch it before I spoil anything, please and thank you. Should have said that earlier, but still. So, Doomfist punches Winston miles away. Then Tracer comes and helps, and Genji helps Tracer. Genji gets punched into a car, and he's like inactive. Then Tracer starts getting beat up pretty much. Winston comes back to watch Tracer basically vanish because he hit Tracer's chrono accelerator, and I'm pretty sure she vanished through time. I don't know what happened with that. All I know is that she vaporized, and for those of you who don't know, Winston and Tracer are best friends. Winston designed the chrono accelerator that keeps Tracer from vanishing off into different time zones and rapidly just disappearing from time because she was in a plane. She was a test pilot for a ship for Overwatch, and then she was affected, and then she yeah, you guys should know that by now, but they're best friends. Winston gets primal rage on. He gets super mad because that's his best friend. He gets primal rage, punches him, they punch, their fists meet each other. Winston wins, and what you see in the film before Doomfist breaks out is that on the wall is all of Overwatch, and especially Winston, and he's punching the wall, escaping. Doomfist doesn't like Overwatch at all. Doomfist is a part of Talon. Same with Reaper and Widowmaker. They're part of Talon. Reaper is one of the main leaders of Talon. Same with Doomfist. There's a whole group of leaders, and Reaper and Doomfist are a part of that. Right? So, now that Doomfist has escaped, it's only a matter of time before everyone gets to experience the communications between Doomfist and the other heroes in the game. Because sometimes two characters in the beginning of a game will talk to each other. Like there's Winston and Tracer talking to each other, or Mercy and Reinhardt talking to each other, or Zarya and Zenyatta, or Torbjorn and Zenyatta, or Tracer and Zenyatta. Like this. And I think there's a Widowmaker and Tracer one. There's a lot. There's communications, there's like D.Va and Lucio and McCree and D.Va. All that, right? So, Doomfist talking to his Talon members like Widowmaker and Reaper, and talking to people like Winston and Tracer and Genji. It's only a matter of time before we find out more and more lore. With each new character released is a new storyline. With each new animated short, whether that's for a new character or just for a character we've had, it gives us more story to what we need to know about, to what we need to know about. There's so many pieces of this puzzle that is not put together yet. And hopefully with some of Doomfist's voice lines and skins, preferably the legendary one, and maybe even emotes. We can find out some stuff. Find out about his past, find out what happened with everything, and then from there we can continue on finding more about this just giant story, finding out about Junkrat and Roadhog's treasure, finding out about Reaper's family. And for those of you guys who haven't watched every Overwatch animation short films, right, I recommend watching them all. If I'm correct, some of them are different than others, really. Some are reveal videos, and then some are animations. I recommend you watch them. There's an Ana one, a Sombra one, a Orisa one, there's a Winston one, which is called Recall, I know that one. There's the Widow and Tracer one. Forgot which one that one's called. Then there's a Bastion one called The Last Bastion. I remember that one because that one's very, very strong, I guess you could say, in the sense. Then there's a Soldier 76 one, kinda. I don't know if you would count it as technically song, but you know what I mean. But, yeah. This whole story that's being built, and it's amazing, because Blizzard doesn't just care, about money and popularity. They care about building a story. Now, it's honestly true that Call of Duty doesn't really care about that. Call of Duty cares more about money than they care about pleasing the customers. You could tell with Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare's campaign was good, but what do you do after that? I really like games that have story involved. I like finding out more things. Like Call of Duty Zombies story is just the piece by piece and more information finding out is just it's a really good feeling to me to slowly figure out stuff as a community, you know? So if you haven't taken appreciation to the lore of this game, I recommend you take a minute and just appreciate the lore. The amount of thinking the Overwatch team does to make this game an enjoyable experience with both lore and just character design and skins and events and fun and balance is something I've never seen in a game before. You can say TF2 was really fun and balanced, but it was. But I've never seen this level of depth in anything. No first-person shooter has ever cared this much. And I think a lot of people don't care about it. I feel like if you're playing this game and these people are building this whole story for you, I think you should appreciate it. That's like buying a story-based single-player campaign type of game, or like The Last of Us, which is there's multiplayer, but you know, that's like playing The Last of Us and then not paying attention to anything that happens, not paying attention to the story. People make a story and you don't care about it, and the most important thing to you is just being the best, you know? So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you're excited about Doomfist. I've seen his abilities already. I wasn't going to originally, but it tempted me. Like, I had to watch his abilities. I think he's really, really good. Like, he's gonna be really good. He's an offense character, but he's like a tank at the same time, which is really nice. I'm really glad they added in another melee character, even though he does have a gun as well, but it's like, I'm glad there's a melee character, because it's now that there's a melee character, another melee character other than Reinhardt, it's gonna be a lot better. It's a lot more fun. We only had Reinhardt, really. And, like, Genji's not a melee character. He doesn't just use a sword. But it's hard to build melee, it's hard to build melee characters, so I can see why. It would be hard to do that. But see, when Ana came out, everybody loved Ana. She was great. When Sombra came out, a lot of people played Sombra. People still play Sombra and Ana today. They're like high picks. But something about Orisa, man, she wasn't picked that much. People like, I don't like her all that much. I'm a tank player personally. I like all tanks except for Orisa. I don't think Orisa was the best character, personally. She's a bit lazy to me. She has just the abilities of every different tank, really. She's got Reinhardt shield, she's got a mini graviton surge, she's got like a gun like Bastion does. She's like a little mini, she has a smaller minigun. She's not original. I like her lore, but her as a character, I know she's very viable, but I don't think anyone has put enough time and effort into her to get her to work. I've seen some good Orisa comp players, but I don't see a lot. Also, side note, Doomfist's ult is going to be nerfed. I can already tell you, based off of what he is right now, like, he's in the PTR, so if you have a PC, you can play him right now in the PTR and test them out. That's what it's for, so people can give their feedback to Blizzard, tell them what they need to fix. He's in the PTR, and I can already tell you, like, I can't play him, but I can tell you right now, he's super powerful. One of his basic abilities is pretty much a one-hit kill to any squishy heroes, and I feel like you can like land that on like squishy heroes like Widowmaker, Tracer, Torgrim, Symmetra, Sombra, Ana, Genji, Hanzo, Junkrat, Lucio, McCree, Mercy, Zenyatta, like Soldier, Pharah. There's a lot of squishy people. His shotgun thing is really good. He's got an uppercut, which is really good. And his ult is really weird, because I don't know exactly how it works. Like, he goes into the sky. I'm really confused, because his ult is more of like a MOBA type of thing, where like, cause like if you've ever played Paragon, or like Smite or Battleborn or something, there's some moves where you can like, you'll see like this area of range, like a blue circle, and you can move it and angle it on where you want to send that move, and it's like that. But you can't move the thing because you are like the blue circle. There's a giant blue circle around you, and it doesn't do a lot of damage unless they're right next to you. But I think it stuns them, and there's a huge radius. I'm not sure, don't quote me on the stunning part, but if it does stun them, I really don't like. I think Reinhardt's like ult is going to become useless. Like, it's sad, but Reinhardt means you guys know that slowly Reinhardt's getting just shoved away. The new meta does not work for him whatsoever. He's not useful in this new meta. I do not like to play Reinhardt in this new meta, because Reaper is just such an absolute beast. They keep finding more ways to get rid of Reinhardt and shove him further down into a hole. soon it's only gonna be his shield that's important. After that, nobody's gonna really care for him. It's sad but true. Like, I play only tanks, and I don't know if they made knockback on his hammer bigger, but I think they did because I play him a lot, right? And he can't like bully people anymore if if the knockback's that big, because then they just go flying. So he's just getting slowly more like less and less useful. And then the thing that confuses me with the ult is because I don't know if it makes it so he can't get hurt when he's in it. Because you click triangle, and then he like goes flying up into space, I guess. And I don't know if as soon as you click triangle that he goes flying into space, and there's like a timer, and then it goes no matter what, or if it's like you click R2 or whatever the controller, whatever you're using. Like, I don't know what that's going on with. I'm hoping that when you click triangle, which is the old or Q or whatever the hell Xbox is, that whenever you click the button, that it sends your Doomfist into the air, and then it has like a 5-second countdown or something, and then you can either aim it and then use it by yourself, or you can wait for the timer to go down. And I think you can't get hurt while using that ult, which is it's like a Mercy type of deal, where Mercy can't get damage using her ult, and I'm assuming that's what Doomfist is. But yes, this is the end now. I was going to post another funny moments, but this came up, so that was a lot more important. I had an idea sitting in class of what I was going to do today, but this was way more important. And I don't know how long this video was, but it's important. So, tell me, let me know how you guys think about Doomfist. Tell me if you like him. Tell me if you're mad that there's another offense character, or if you were like hoping for a defense character, or if you were hoping for another tank, or what you were hoping for. I know a lot of people were suspecting him to be a tank, because Jeff Kaplan said that not to expect a certain type, like a certain class of hero next. So basically, I already knew Doomfist wasn't going to be an offense hero based off them saying it. Like, because after the tank, everyone's like, a defense hero. And then after Odessa came out, everyone's like, oh, only defense left. But then Jeff Kaplan said, no, don't expect the next hero to be defense. So I was like, oh, yeah, I was alright. So, I don't know. Tell me what you guys would have wanted. I don't think he would have worked as a defense character. He works well as an offense character. I think he would have worked better as a tank, but we just got Orisa. I don't think they would have done back-to-back tank. So tell me what you guys would have wanted him to be. Tell me if there's anything you would change to his abilities, and maybe tell me some skin ideas you would want. Because right now I'm completely blank on skin ideas and that I would like for him, especially since in the PTR right now you can't see anything. No skins or emotes, only one voice line, which is his basic one. It says "Try me," and only his heroic emote and his heroic stand. So that's his other things are probably gonna come couple days later. Probably Saturday. I'm guessing Saturday is when they're going to release the rest of his skins, and I think he has great skin potential. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are.